Among the most spectacular disciplines in the world of aquatic sports, handstand diving stands apart as an art form that pushes the limits of grace, balance, and courage. For women divers, the performance is not only about executing a technically flawless dive, but about embodying elegance and strength in one breathtaking moment. When an athlete balances upside down on the edge of a towering platform with nothing but the sky above and the pool far below, the audience holds its collective breath. Every handstand dive is a blend of artistry and risk, discipline and daring, control and freedom. It's a performance where seconds stretch into eternity, where silence hangs heavy just before the splash, and where women prove again and again why this discipline captures global fascination. The essence of handstand diving. At its core, handstand diving is the practice of launching a dive from a static handstand position, usually on a high platform. Unlike springboard or traditional platform dives where an athlete begins upright, this discipline requires the diver to balance inverted, controlling every small adjustment of her hands, arms, and core before she even leaves the surface. This is not a quick or easy skill. Achieving a stable handstand on solid ground is challenging enough. Achieving one on a narrow ledge dozens of feet above water, exposed to wind and nerves, is a feat of extraordinary mastery. Women divers who perfect this move showcase not only their athletic training but their ability to channel stillness into explosive artistry. Athleticism meets artistry. What makes women's handstand diving so captivating is its fusion of power and elegance. A diver begins with the delicate precision of a gymnast, aligning her body into a perfectly straight vertical line. Fingers dig into the platform for balance, while core muscles engage to hold her upside down. Then comes the transformation, from stillness to motion. In one swift movement, she pushes off into the air, rotating, twisting, and flipping in a controlled sequence before slicing into the water below. The transition is so seamless that the dive feels choreographed, almost like a dance written against the sky. Spectators are not simply impressed by athletic skill, they are awed by the beauty of the human form achieving what looks impossible. This is where women divers excel, turning raw technique into a moment of art that transcends sport. Why it takes your breath away. Watching a handstand dive is unlike watching any other dive. Part of the thrill lies in anticipation. The handstand itself is a test of suspense. Will the diver hold steady? Will she falter under the pressure? Audiences remain silent, transfixed by the sight of a woman balancing on her hands on a precarious edge. Then, in an instant, silence gives way to motion. The contrast between the calm balance and the sudden explosion of athleticism amplifies the drama. Each dive feels like a story with a beginning, middle, and end. The poised setup, the daring flight, and the decisive entry into the water. It leaves audiences breathless not just because of the physical feat, but because of the emotional arc embedded in each dive. The demands of training. Behind every effortless dive lies years of painstaking training. For women divers, mastering handstands is not only about balance, it's about building extraordinary core strength, shoulder stability, and mental focus. Hours are spent practicing handstands on the ground, on blocks, and finally on platforms. Equally important is the ability to manage fear. Standing upright on a 10-meter platform is intimidating enough. Flipping upside down magnifies the challenge. Athletes must learn to control adrenaline, channel nerves into precision, and trust in their technique. The training is as mental as it is physical. Visualization, breathing exercises, and repetition all play key roles in preparing divers for that crucial moment when the world turns upside down and all eyes are on them. Women redefining the dive. Throughout modern competition, women divers have elevated handstand diving into one of the most iconic moves of the sport. Their performances demonstrate not only technical excellence, but also a distinctive sense of style. While men often emphasize raw power and explosive twists, women frequently highlight artistry, line, and flow. This distinction is one reason audiences often find women's handstand dives more mesmerizing. They bring a dimension of elegance that makes the feat not only athletic, but also deeply aesthetic. It's a display of balance between strength and beauty, risk and grace. Iconic moments in women's handstand diving. Some of the most unforgettable moments in diving history have come from handstand entries. Olympic broadcasts, world championship highlights, and viral videos have all amplified these performances, drawing new fans into the sport. Think of the camera zooming in on a diver holding her body steady against the backdrop of a summer sky, waves of silence rolling through the crowd, and then the explosive cheer as she enters the water with barely a ripple. These moments stay etched in the memory of fans because they symbolize the perfect blend of sport and spectacle. The psychology of inversion. Part of what fascinates audiences about women's handstand diving is the inversion itself. Humans are not naturally comfortable upside down. The shift of perspective creates disorientation and vulnerability. Yet these divers embrace inversion as a place of power. Balancing on one's hands high above water requires extreme confidence in the body's abilities. It also requires a willingness to embrace fear, to confront instability, and to turn what seems unnatural into something breathtaking. This psychological dimension adds another layer to why the sport resonates so strongly with spectators. A symbol of empowerment. Women's handstand diving is more than athletic spectacle. It's also a symbol of empowerment. The image of a woman balanced upside down, commanding her body in a position of strength and vulnerability, challenges traditional notions of femininity. It redefines power, showing that beauty and grace can coexist with daring and dominance. For young girls watching, these athletes become icons of possibility. They prove that limits are meant to be tested, that balance can be found even in precarious situations, and that control over one's body is one of the highest forms of freedom. Why summer showcases it best? While handstand diving is a year-round discipline, it feels particularly at home in the summer. Outdoor pools, sunny skies, and international competitions like the Olympics or World Championships bring the sport to its widest audiences during warm months. The setting itself adds to the drama. A diver inverted against the brilliance of summer sunlight, leaping into blue water that sparkles with possibility. It's no wonder that highlight reels of women's handstand diving often go viral during the season, leaving millions of viewers stunned at what they've just witnessed.